Well, it's about the end of the day. I'm going to block off the second doorway just temporarily. I didn't stop for lunch today. I had a quick snack when I went into the house. And it's going on, well, it's like 5:30 now. And we have rain coming for the next couple of days, so I was intent on getting this closed in and weather tight. Our door is done except for the door latch. That's just a temporary thing to keep it shut. The latch I was going to use doesn't have a long enough shaft, so I'll have to get something different. And I have both windows done, and I have one shutter on this one. The shutters will get painted red to match the door, although that color red looks more like purple, and we're going to be changing that. But the shutters will match the door eventually. And as you can see, I only have the windows just held in place with a nail on each side. That's because I need to take the windows out and scrape them down and re-putty them. The glazing is falling out, and they need a good cleaning, and then they will get painted too, so they'll look like new or close to it when they're done. My battery went dead and I switched cameras. I don't know exactly what I got done on the camera because of it. That's what the inside of my doors look like. This is similar to the way we did them at Yoder Barnes when I worked there. And that one will have the latch on it that will work on the inside. And then down here, you have a barrel bolt there. Sorry for the shaky cam. And another barrel bolt right up here. Come on inside, George. There we go. Another barrel bolt right there. And that releases. So that door will swing open. And if you don't have a hose holding it back, well, I got a little bindage going on, I guess, but I'm going to put a hook on the back of this door so it can be hooked to the corner to keep it open if I'm working out in the yard and I want to leave them open. And yeah, so that's how our doors go. I guess I did explain how the adjusters work to make the door come shut. And I said I have both windows done. This is the other one over here. And it too, excuse me, sawdust in my nose. It too will have to come out to get cleaned and painted and re-puttied. And I'm not perfect in my finish work, and I'm not against using caulking, especially when it has to do with keeping things watertight. Actually, you see I have a bead all the way across here. Some of this 1x4 had an eased edge, and some of it was square edge. If you look at that one, it's nice and square. This one here is kind of eased, which is fine if they were all the same. But as I found out in the process of doing the windows, I hadn't paid attention to it much on the door, but it makes sense now why my door pieces didn't all fit exactly right, because there's as much as 3/8 of an inch difference in the widths. This one here was square cut, this one here was eased, and let me see what my tape measure will tell us. This one says 3 and just a hair strong 3/8, maybe 7/16. Well, that one says it's the same, but I had some that I've used that obviously have been different. Well, now it's going to call me a liar. That one's actually 3.5. But anyway, I know when I can show you in here. When I was making these frames for the windows, look at the difference right there in the width. The front side is flush, the back side is not. Can't go by the bottom because this bottom piece is slid down. That's at an angle to match the angle on the bottom of my windows. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, see the opposite way here. This one here is 1/8 of an inch wider than this piece. And the same over here. But that's okay. It is a shed after all. And I already got my lawnmower, one of my lawnmowers in here. And I got to do some cleanup because we got all kinds of junk just floating around. But once I was going to make a window out of that glass shelf. It's actually a glass shelf out of a refrigerator. So it's tempered glass, which is better glass than you have in a regular window. But I don't know. I was going to use that to make a window to put here in my door opening, but I'm thinking better of it. I'll keep looking for another window, and I'll just temporarily block it back up with a piece that I cut out. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's where we're at. The next thing that I need to do, besides doing that window, of course I have a lot of paint to do. All of the paint that I put one coat on needs a second coat, and a lot of these pieces here, as you can see, did not get painted before I started using them, and that was because of my time constraint, wanting to get it done today before it rains tomorrow and Wednesday. So yeah, trying to get it weather tight. So that's where we're at. Thanks for watching and following along, and hope somebody has learned something along the way. I always do. No matter what project I'm working on, I'm always learning something. Now the problem is now, can I remember it next time I go to do something similar? That's getting to be a problem. Of course, none of you have that problem. You're all young. Thanks for watching now. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. Look at this neat table saw. This is a 1 horsepower Craftsman table saw that I got off of Craigslist for free. Very nice table saw. Bigger than the one I have in my basement, and when I get done with this out here, actually this one's going down in my basement, and the one in my basement is going to go to my #1 son. So yeah, the only thing I had to do to it was the reset button on the motor won't stay set, and they had it duct taped in, and of course the duct tape dried out, so it wasn't working anymore. So I just put this plate over it to hold it in, and it does the job. Works for me. So yeah, another great find off of Craigslist. Thanks for watching now. Bye.